Hi, beautiful people. Thanks God, Nandi and the Rev finally came to an end, but it ended on a bad note after Rev circulating domestic violence pictures online. Now, this is Rev. It is said that he shared these pictures with a newspaper and published that it is Nandi who got him to have this red eye. Now, of course, we have all seen violence behavior within Nandi, and it has also not just been the nicest show to watch, but on today it finally came to an end with so many viewers from Twitter saying they are fine now. There are things they do not want this show to continue further than this because it has taught absolutely nothing. Okay, but anyway, guys, I will say that for me, you know what Nandi did for Rev in today's episode was kind of epic, especially when Nandi organized that tent and we saw Rev in that state. You know, you can tell that Nandi really wanted to show us the other side of her husband, the side that we did not get to see, and for that I would just like to applaud her. Now we all know that all families, especially black families, have their own problems. I feel like who are we to judge? These people are still together, and absolutely I would advise them to separate, but they are still together with their children in such a toxicity situationship, and it's absolutely not any of our business. I would just say I wish them luck going forward. I do. And she has to provide for them, as much as she is very much disrespectful, but she is a hustler. How about Rev? Rev, my babe, Rev, my darling, you need to make means. You need to go and find a job. For now, you have lost your income as a pastor, and the only thing that you do is to sit around and cry. I am so sorry, guys. This man is lazy. I need to call him out. He is lazy, and we cannot tolerate him being lazy, and we cannot. Yes, honestly, absolutely, I appreciate an emotional man, 100%. I do. I appreciate Rev a lot. Okay, however, he has been manipulating us through his tears. He just cries, I love Nandi, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like, say no. For me right now, it seems like it has to do with the fact that Nandi is a provider and you are not. I'm sorry, I am so sorry. To me right now, it looks like the only reason you are with Nandi is because Nandi, I'm sorry guys, I got cut off. So I'm still calling Rev out. To me, honestly, it looks like the only reason Rev is with Nandi is because Nandi is a provider. It's because he knows that Nandi provides. It's because he knows that one thing about Nandi, she will make a plan. And honestly, I'm not praising Nandi at all, because as much as she makes plans, but yeah, her decision making is questionable. But for now, I just want to focus on this husband before I come for Nandi. I want to focus on her husband. Say, stop being lazy. Get your bumps up. Even if you were once a provider and now you are on your knees, that's okay, Rev, and I understand that at some point in your life you were a provider, and I think Nandi gets that as well. You were a provider and now you are on your knees, but I am saying to you, you have been on your knees for way too long, because life happens to all of us. There is no way that when life happens to you, you're then gonna sit around and cry. No, Rev, I am so sorry. Get your palms up. Go hustle like other men out there, okay? Go ask other church to hire you. If the only thing that you really know is ministry, ask, just connect yourself. There is no way that you didn't know other pastors. You didn't know this.
ask, okay? Ask to be accepted somewhere. Start your own church. This is what Nandi has been saying. Start your own church. And you're like, no, you are not called to plant a church. Okay, you are just called to preach. Okay, that's fine. But at this point, people do just about anything. Like, honestly, in this economy, let's not talk about the fact that you have 7 children. Say, please, let's not talk about the fact that you have 7 children. And this economy, people do whatever that they have to do to survive, And people who do whatever that they have to do to survive, it's not because they are called for that. It's because they understand that life is tough. And right now, you are in a survival mode. Right now, Rev, you are in a survival mode, not in a breaking down mode, crying, hoping for a miracle to fall down. No, I am so sorry. This man is lazy. And one thing that makes him to cry so much is because he does not have financial, or rather, he does not have an income. He does not have an income. He does not have financial means. And I think the only person who honestly right now is trying to keep the family together, it's Nandi. It's Nandi. And I'm not saying she is doing the right thing, or yes, she's doing the right thing, because at least she is making sure that her children are well fed. Okay, we can come for her parenting style. We can definitely come for her parenting style. But the only reason that those kids go to school and those kids sleep while they have eaten, it's through Nandi. Honestly, I don't. At this point, I don't. I feel like Rev just breaks down and cry. And now I'm just gonna quote the situation that happened in the recent episode, whereby Nandi bought a car and this man is not happy. And why he's not happy is because he feels like he's the head of the family and he should have been told, say, treat yourself like a head of the family, then everyone else will treat you like a head of the family. And I understand, like, honestly, when I saw that Nandipa's parents are still around, I also got a bit annoyed, because I was like, why is Nandipa's parents still around? But then, I'm sorry for that. But then I was like, okay, they are probably still around because Nandipa just had a new baby. So maybe they are there to help with the new baby, probably. But right now, since we have all seen that there are serious problems between Nandi and the Rev, and I just felt like since also Rev's family was chased away, Nandipa's family should also go, and they give these two people a chance to fix their marriage. That's if they want to, okay? But honestly, in this review, I don't really want to talk about their marriage, because like it does not matter what we say. It like our opinions over people's marriages does not matter at all. And that's one thing that I've came to realize. It does not matter whether we say, listen guys, get divorced, you guys are too toxic for one another. It does not matter whether we say, listen you guys, fix your relation. It does not matter. Our opinions do not carry weight when it comes to their marriage at all. At all. At the end of the day, only they can decide what they want to do with their marriage and their children, and it has absolutely nothing to do with us. So I am distancing myself when it comes to commenting about their marriage. However, I am a bit disappointed seeing that Nandi's past parents are still there. Honestly, I would have assumed that since Rev's parents or family was chased away, because Rev doesn't have parents, Nandipa still have parents. So since Rev's family was chased away, I would have assumed that also Nandipa's parents left these two people to figure out life on their own, okay? So Nandipa came back with a car. Like I said, one thing about Nandipa, and one thing that I will start respecting about her, is that she hustles. She makes things done, and she have a good, loving circle of friends. That's just something that is very rare to find. She really does have a very good, loving circle of friends. They are there for her. And she hustled for a 7-seater. I mean, she needs a 7-seater. I hope and I pray that she bought a used 7-seater, like, because one thing about Nandipa, I may be coming for her and be like, okay Nandipa, I feel like you are carrying your family. I feel like your back is heavy. Like, it should be heavy. It's no joke to carry 7 children plus a husband. That's 8 children. Sana. So I feel like Nandi Pa's back is very much heavy because she's legit carrying everyone in that family. However, her decision making is not the greatest. Baby girl, your decision making, hustling for your family, 100%, I give it to you. I do, okay? But decision making, not so sure, mama. Not so sure about your decision making, okay? So I hope and I pray that you realize that your family need a car. Like, a car is a need to your family. I mean, you have 7 children. If you do not have a car, you honestly need a quantum. You need a quantum to feed 7 children because, ma'am. But I honestly hope, when I saw Nanipa's car, I was so happy for her. But I know that financially, maybe they don't afford the car. But one thing that I hope and I pray for is the fact that at least it was a used old car, because they need a car just to get by. They don't need a luxury lifestyle. They need a car just to get by. Honestly, when you have 7 children, you need a car. Like, a car is a need, is a necessity. 7 children? How do you move around with 7 children? Just how? But Rev was not happy. And as soon as Rev expressed that he's not happy with Nandi Papa chasing a car, I was like, I am so sick of this lazy man. Like, I'm so sick of him. Say, you lazy. You are so lazy and it's disgusting. Like, I'm so sorry. What? You lazy. Okay? Your wife is busy making means that, you know what? The family needs this. Let me get this. The family needs that. Let me get that. The family. This is your wife's focus. Okay? It's all about family. And you are lazy. You are the laziest person to ever lived in this world. Laziest man, I meant to say. Okay? And you complain about how Nandi does things without even consulting you. How should she? Okay? When she is obviously a provider of this family, why should she consult you? Okay? You do nothing. Your wife comes with ideas, rather, to say, listen, help yourself. Okay? Oh, Sana, like, listen, Kaisini, I know most people have been advising that Rev and Nandi needs to break up. In my opinion, they need to stay together. They need to stay together because I don't know which women will tolerate the laziness of Rev. Men makes plans. Like, life happens to all of us. People lose their jobs every day. Okay? So just because you lost your job, it means you're going to sit around, cry every day. I'm sorry, sir. No, that's not how life works at all. Okay? You lose your job, you still have bills to take care of. You have a bond to pay. You have a car to pay. You have children to take to school, to feed, to put clothes on their back. Like, you still have responsibilities. Okay? So you have to cry for like the first week, cry and like, what am I going to do? But the next week, get up and understand that life doesn't wait for you. Life is actually moving and you need to move with it. So, Rev, I'm calling you out, babe. Like, I'm calling you out. Please do not manipulate us with your tears. We are tired of your manipulation. I want to hear you say, as a man, I am going to make a plan. As a man, I'm going to make sure that my children eat something, okay? And I enjoy the fact that you cook. You're such a hands-on father. That's so beautiful to watch. But please, it does not end there. The roles does not have to swipe. The roles, literally, they do not have to swipe. You are still the head of your family. This means you are still the one to provide for your wife and kids. Okay, now listen. You know what Nandi does? Because Nandi is a planner. Nandi is a hustler. Nandi hustles that her husband should make his own church, And baby girl can tell that perhaps her husband needs a little bit of a push, She was like, okay, you know what? This is my husband. He's not an actionable person. He's not someone to take actions. He's a complainer. He's like, I'm his wife. My role and my responsibility is to help my husband, is to pick my husband up. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to be a good wife and I'm going to pick my husband up. You know what she does? She hires a tent. She hires a tent to come into their place, and she made pamphlets. She goes and look for people to come and join their church. She does what needs to be done. She does what needs to be done, and everything, like, hey guys, everything is being delivered on this lazy man called Rev on a silver platter. On a silver platter. You know what this man does? Do you know what this man does? He comes out of the house and complain about his leg. He comes out of the house and complain about his leg. Instead of saying, oh, here's an opportunity. Thank you so much, my wife. You are pushing me in the right direction. Let me grab this opportunity. Because probably he haven't preached in a long time, And I am thinking this is what Nandi is thinking as well. That probably if my husband was to just preach one more time, he will be reminded of his passion of preaching. And he will understand that he needs to make it work one way or the other. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, this is the main goal. This is what Nandi is trying to achieve with Rev. Right? But do you know Rev? Do you know Rev? Do you know our Rev? Our Rev doesn't want that. Our Rev wants to cry. Our Rev just wants to cry. That's all that our Rev wants, is to cry. He comes out of the house and he's crying. Like nothing new there. Absolutely nothing new. He's crying and he like, oh, my leg. And Nandi now is also crying, And I think, I'm like, Nandi, you are falling into this man's manipulation. This man is just manipulating you. This man enjoy being a Cinderella man, okay? Who just sits on his bums and let his wife hustles the streets, Make plans, make ends meet. You know what I mean? Whilst he's sitting and crying on top of it. Not just sitting and crying. And I'm like, oh, Sana Nandi, like, I sympathize with you a lot, okay? And yeah, guess what? He then complains, he's like, Nandi do things without telling him. I'm like, what do you mean? Nandi took you on a date or whatever to tell you, to propose her starting a church, and she even said, I am starting a church, because you can tell that Nandi is trying to push her husband, because she understands that, you know what, my husband is that person that needs to be pushed, okay? If I say my husband starts a church, he won't. He will not start it. So what does Nandi needs to do? Nandi needs to then go to him, propose the idea. Remember, Nandi is not a preacher. Nandi is not called to preach. Nandi is just a supporter. Even on the previous church that they've been in, my understanding is that Nandi was just umama mfundisi. You get what I mean? Nothing else, just umama mfundisi. That was her title. But right now, she feels the necessity of pushing her husband into the right direction. And this man is not even, all he does is to just complain, this is my house, this is my this, oh, why are you doing things without telling me? You are my wife, I am the head. Like said, the nerve of even saying you are the head. What head, babe? What head? I'm sorry. The other day, he was also complaining about Nandi not buying him clothes. I'm like, you know what? I'm so done with this man. Like, I'm done, okay? Nandi, she's probably not the best person that anyone will ever meet. Like, probably not, okay? But I think she's outspoken and she survived in a defense mode, I think. I don't know what has happened in her life to turn her in that way, but there is no way that she's been like that her whole life. Like, I don't know. It's hard to believe. Anyway, Rev, babe, stop being lazy. Stop it. It's not cute. To have a lazy husband, a lazy man, lazing around, just waiting for a man to make a plan. I'm sorry. And cry, manipulation, tears. No, Rev, we don't need that as women. I'm so sorry. Stay married to your wife. She probably knows how to handle you and support you the best. I don't think there's any women out there who will be able to deal with manipulation tears of a lazy man who just, in all honesty, he just doesn't want to hustle. I'm sorry, Rev. Soze. Bye.